I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths, Achilles and his gold, Hercules and his gifts, Spider-Man's control, and Batman with his fear.
Tonight was very, very special. I think it's one of our better ones, and I'm very, very pleased to see such a great turnout. And you know, as we know, children are our most precious resource, and I find that the parents are becoming more highly involved in their educational experiences of their kids, so they have a lot to give us, and we have a lot to learn.
Thanks for helping us look at the outcomes we've included in our plan. Once we know these are current and correct moving forward, our schools will be better equipped to generate their school-specific strategies accordingly. Because our board has maintained that engagement is an enduring priority, we're able to stay on top of the issues that rise to the top, and we hope some rich discussion amongst our groups tonight will help us respond to the evolving needs of our schools.
That's where everybody comes. They have these collaborative spaces now instead of the
is reality that they do all have to earn a living at one point in their life. So how do we prepare them for that?
We talked about that in our group as well, just that whole transition piece and how do we get kids ready to hit high school, right?
So like, what's going on? And I'm like, well, that's kind of what approaching is, right?
It quickly became quite clear that the focuses and the priorities that we currently have are ones that we want to keep. However, we just want to take a look at how we can tweak them, look at them, and take a look at our children and what we need to expand on as we move through the next 3 to 4 years.
We talked about a whole bunch of different things. We talked about the importance of making sure that we support our children's mental health and making sure that we find ways to connect them to appropriate services as quickly as possible.
We also looked at how do we redefine inclusion, that we've got to stop thinking of it as another name for special ed. And one of the parents was very clear that it's about both ends of the spectrum, those children who do very well and those children who don't do very well in what we would call a box called school. So how do we help them to be able to fit through life? And that includes those kids in the middle of the road.
We focused on that, how important it is to stay in touch with your child as they learn, and also bridging communication gaps between home and school.
This is just absolutely crucial because we're going to go into our next 3-year, and what we want to do is make it this year, get the good building blocks and get a good feel of what our community is feeling, that we're doing well, what we're doing okay, what we need to improve on, and maybe where our future lies.
Continuing the conversation about education remains our utmost priority for us in Parkland School Division. Hearing from you informs our planning. We need your help to ensure every student is successful and experiences a positive sense of well-being.
You probably heard some things you disagreed with. That's what happens in engagement. You heard some things you went, no, I don't really think so. Or you agree with them strongly. You may not have had an opportunity to really say what you brought here with you that you really want to have heard. And that's okay, because there are other ways to be heard.
Parkland School Division, where the world opens up.